Alright, so here's that video I finally was trying to get out. This is my 93 Lexus SC300. The reason why I got the SC version instead of the GS I was looking at is I decided to be selfish instead of getting a 4-door so we can take, multiple people. I wanted to be selfish and have a coupe since, I wanted to keep it true to me doing my super thing, and this is the next thing. Came with the 2JZ. So got a little bit of paint peel on the front bumper. As you can see, the guy I bought it from, he had plasti dipped the whole car. So I need to find a way to get all that crap off. But I'll be replacing the fenders and also replacing the front bumper just because it has some defects on it and a lot of the shit on the bottom's all messed up, so I want to take that off and start fresh with a new bumper. Get the fiberglass sides, get the vent on the side as well. Plus this fender is actually the worst with a couple of pop out dent stuff and here and there, so get that done. But for the most part, it's a pretty straight, clean body. Here we came with some 19 by 10s, so they're pretty big. They're all the way around. The tires are the only thing that is staggered on it. So far, the only thing I've done to the car is replace the hood struts, aluminum lug nuts on them, and that's it. I've done the intake, but that's all off right now. But for the most part, it has some seat covers because the seats are always worn. Not too much. Working on the radio stuff. Door's a little messed up over there with some broken pieces, but nothing that can't be fixed. Don't really care too much about that. But it's really clean, really nice. I love it. Here's a little bit of the back. Weird for the transition. So had some exhaust on it, but I cut it off. I needed some noise. It was too quiet for me. But I have this propped up or open so I could access the trunk and do whatever I need to do when I set up the radio speakers and stuff. But I needed to do that because it's electronic only. The key's right here, but I don't have the key that fits it. Maybe one day I'll switch from having the tank right here to putting it underneath where the spare tire would be, and having a probably upgrade from the 18-gallon to the or the 16-gallon or whatever to the 20-gallon fuel cell. Hold more and be a lot lighter. Here's the driver's side. But super clean. Right now it's sitting on some Megan Easy Streets, but I think the shocks are worn out. This thing was slammed, so there's a lot of rub marks even on the inside if you could see it, which you can't, but yeah. I'll have more video when I'm working on it. Hopefully get it up in the air soon and do it that way. But the whole reason why I wanted any 300 was so I can get a 2JZ, so without paying for the super name. I've already done some work on the inside. I got the intake off, as you can see here. Took that off, have the front cover off. Still got to pull off this lower pulley and dampener so I can get off this cover that's right here and access the water pump. So I bought all the stuff to do the water pump, tensioner pulleys, the tensioner belt itself, new, totally forgot the name, timing belt, stuff like that. I do want to upgrade these wires to probably 10 mil wires. Color match everything red. It's part of the intake tube stuff, so that'll all be color match red as well. I'm even debating on painting the front of this, red with a little bit of black on it. But I've already taken a whole bunch of stuff. Here's the new water pump here with the tensioners. Intakes off, spark plug covers off, other covers, belts off. So also notice that the shaft is leaking from the distributor, so I need to get a new seal on there. Possibly just do a new cap and rotor since I have it all down. Got the cover off the exhaust manifold because I do have header I'm going to be putting on. So it's got some this stuff on it, but we'll be putting on new header, going from I think 1 3/8 to 1 1/2 on the outlets to 2 1/2 inch back here. Then I'll run 2 1/2 inch. You know, got my Y pipe here. Got my favorite muffler I'm going to put on, Aero Turbine. Most people who know me have put that on all my cars, all my trucks. Everything that I've had since I've known about it, I've had that muffler on it. Every single vehicle has a different sound, even though it's the same exact muffler. Just brings out the whole aspect of the car, of it being, you know, bringing out its true sound. It's a glassless, or of a packless glass pack pretty much, but has an airfoil cone on the front to help with scavenging for the engine. So definitely a bonus. Got some header wrap for it, make it look all pretty, keep the engine temp down, especially out here in Victorville. Adapter plate for when I do the upgrade for the aluminum drive shaft, so I had to go get that from Drift Motion. It's the only place I can get one. So they have these weird 3x3 dampeners that go in between the shafts. I got the aluminum pulley set. It's a 3 pulley set. You know, I got my rebuild kit for my power steering pump. You know, all my gaskets, thermostat, and all the cooling stuff. These are the old hoses. I'm going to be getting new ones. Got the radio stuff here, timing belt, harness. You know, I got to reconnect the stock wiring because the guy had the radio in it before, and he just you have to cut into the harness because they didn't make an actual kit for it like, you know, these guys do. And I don't have the special radio either, so I can just use a stock one. I don't have to worry about, you know, use a Metro kit or don't use one or whatever, some crap. I got bad bushings due to the leak on the power steering pump. So we have the power steering pump right here. It's leaking between the reservoir and the pump itself. So it's actually leaking down, and it was leaking onto the rack. Rack bushing went out. It's all messed up. So had to go aftermarket with polyurethane mounts. I do not have a radiator as of now because the radiator blew a hole in it. You know, it was from '93, so it was a 23-year-old radiator. You can see the nasty crack lines that were in it, but got a new one on order. It's coming in. So pretty much everything to do. I have everything I need to do on this thing. Keep me busy for a while. The radiator, you know, blowing up kind of forced me to get this done more. So I was, you know, hopefully going from these 5mm wires, get some 10mm wires, you know, upgrade this ignition coil, igniter coil. You know, I got to take off the throttle body still to get to that to clean it. So we got that. Header still got to come off. Rest of the exhaust still has to come off. A lot of cleaning to do on this thing too. I'm gonna check since I'm gonna have it already down, I'm just gonna do the spark plugs, you know, new MGK iridiums thrown in there. You know, hopefully get a lighter weight battery, you know, like Optima or something, red top or whatever. Got to clean that out too. Notice I don't have a gravel shield. Didn't come with one. The guy took it off, or it scraped off, or some crap. So I'm gonna need to get a new gravel shield. But other than that, I mean, the car's pretty clean. He has drilled and slotted rotors on there that came with the car when I got it. So might as well just keep them. I do need to look into if I can swap the rears over. He put the rears on backwards. I don't know why, but they are. So this is what I was talking about on the inside too. Like, you know, this is all broken from not knowing how to take it off. So stuff here and there. This got ripped, I don't know how, but don't really care. But yeah, for the most part, it's super clean. It's gonna do whatever I need it to do for a while. I'll have this car most likely forever. And it's gonna be a fun car. It was fun, you know, getting there a little bit. When I was driving it, so, you know, probably do new tail lights. These ones are cracked a little bit. But for an overview, car's dirty. I found out how to remove the plasti dip set from the whole car, since it's fading here and here again. And that's the whole reason why they got painted in the first place last year. So I'm just got to redo it again. Or not redo it, but get the stuff to remove all of it and then have it all prepped and done. But I just need it drivable for now. But yeah, this car is, I love the body lines on it. Body lines are super clean. I like the flat, how it shows the middle body line and the bottom. You know, it's all different dimensions. But, you know, if anyone's interested in some 19x10s, I would be willing to sell them. I don't really like how wide they are. Or the width is fine, but the offset makes it hard to turn on the front. I do scrape a lot. That's why the front's lifted a lot more than it should be. So, hopefully looking for some better stock wheels. But yeah, they're the same exact ones, 19x10s all the way around, just staggered tire size right now. So that's pretty much it. You know, basic sunroof, you know, Lexus, everything, luxury stuff. But run clean, be fun. Oh yeah, I got a new shroud and 16-inch electric fan on there to go on and be able to help with cooling. So also I might have to get another wrap to finish up. I don't know if I have enough to do the whole thing. It says I do, but I might wrap it extra just because I am in Victorville. It is already 100 degrees. It's June 9th today, so definitely getting super hot. So I don't want it to overheat, so I'll wrap that. And when I do get that the other set of wrap, I am gonna actually, I bought some aluminum and fiberglass kind of wrapping for the intake, but I think I'm gonna put all that stuff on it, and then I also want to wrap it with this red shit too, with the fiberglass. You know, treat it and have it all done and taken care of. You know, probably want to definitely do velocity stack cone on the inside of the filter. Get a bigger filter because it's just one of those generic filter kits. So get a bigger filter, you know, maybe a 3-inch velocity stack from a 4-inch filter, something be able to put a little bit more. It's going to run clean, it's going to sound clean. So the best thing I want is it to run really good. I don't care what it looks like. You know, it'll look good by the time it needs to look good. So there's the walk around, and I'll be doing one on the Tundra whenever I have it available. If you notice, it's not here. They just went to go drop off the other car, which I'll do one on as well for our new 06 Magnum RT. But that's going into the shop to get some transmission checked on and fluid change and stuff like that. Buying used stuff, kind of, you know, we got to go over everything. So that's why I'm going through replacing everything on this engine. The drivetrain otherwise on this car is really nice. It is an automatic, but for $1,700 to get a 2JZ, you know, you pretty much have to pay that for the engine anyway. So to get it in this kind of car, in this pretty decent kind of condition, definitely couldn't pass it up. So it has its couple little faults here and there, especially when it had that driving problem and, you know, no bottom gravel support. And besides being ugly plastic dipped, that's what I'm going to be doing. So I also was thinking, I don't know if anyone has any idea, or I like retro stuff, and a car like this, I think, you know, it has these big old mirrors on it. I do want to try and do the fender mount mirrors. I think that'll look clean, but I don't know if I have enough fender here, make it like kind of slant out. So, you know, I'm going to be talking to a lot of enthusiasts and retro guys with, you know, some of the early 80s cars, and definitely the Euro style, Jap style with the bullet mirrors on the front, or the fender mirrors. So I might even, for streamline purposes and keep the fenders clean, I was debating on putting them here on the edge of the hood. So might have better sight vision for me. But, you know, it's one of those things. It's a design thing I'll be ended up doing later on. But got a little bit of a sore throat, so if it sounds like I'm huffing and puffing, kind of am. Kind of a little bit of a mouth breather today in the last 2 days. So, sounds kind of weird. It's the second time I've done this video because I thought it would go away within the next day. I did this video yesterday. And yeah, I was a huge mouth breather then. But hopefully it's a little bit better. If not, so here we go. I will be, yeah, like I said, the videos next time for the cars. House was a little crowded, so I didn't take a lot of videos of anybody with the family and the kids and stuff. And you know, what we'll do is I will be getting more videos up since a lot of distractions aren't here. It's a lot easier to do stuff and be able to handle a lot more stuff around the house. Yeah, not a lot less crowded, and especially with we had some friends staying here, and they definitely don't like being filmed, and I didn't want to, you know, put too much stuff on from other people. So yeah, so we have a lot more of the family stuff coming up as well. A lot more getting into the car stuff, even though it is getting hotter. But I definitely need to get this car going and be able to have fun with this thing, drive it, do some stuff. But yeah, the Tundra will be next, and well, actually the Magnum will probably be next, and then the Tundra will be next when it comes back. So, till next time.